I wanted to see something. Can you All right, let's get down to it. What up, what up, what up? Welcome on into the Edgewood College Twitch stream here. We've got two bangers here today. Starting off with a little WEC action, then going into some ECAC. Sorry for the delay. I do believe we were waiting on our other team for quite a bit. They jumped in and just jumped right on into it because they were behind. So hopefully everyone's having themselves a fantastic Wednesday. I'm your boy Q. I'll be hanging on board with y'all for both of our series here today. As far as for our first game in WEC, it is going to be the Edgewood Eagles versus UW Madison Badgers. On the orange side is going to be Edgewood. They've been able to find the first two shots. They've been doing a good job of controlling the pace here in the opening 45 seconds as well. A shot from Fishy going to get registered in. Slippery Noodle going to be able to find the save as well. Quick flip of the pitch here. Slippery Noodle just by themselves going to be able to transition this thing. Timmy looking to center it up for a shot for Pink Candle Lantern. But it does get stuffed. The defense from the Badgers has looked decent. But of course, we're only a minute and 15 seconds into this thing. And the Eagles have been able to show the ability to get pressure, get a couple of shots registered. And game number one's always a feeler game, right? So I feel like just give it a little bit of time, let them cook. One thing that we have been seeing well here, at least early tonight, is the defense doing a great job of restricting those visits into the offensive half from the Badgers. Pink Cattle Lantern are going to have a shot, bang, bar down, just like that. The Eagles going to take the lead first. Told you, take a little bit of time, put a little bit of pressure, and eventually you're going to be able to find the lace. Currently sitting at 7-3 on the WEC season. Pink Cattle Lantern. Player that we've seen often is the spark for the offense for this Eagle squad. Striking first, you love to see it. About midway through game number one here, and both teams still really trying to get a footing when it comes to the possession of things. Like we talked about earlier, even before that third shot, which did register as a goal, like it was pressure in the offensive zone for the Eagles, but it's not like we're seeing shot after shot or anything crazy like that just quite yet. Obviously, same thing can be said down on this orange half of the field. That's only the second shot registered here for the Badgers. The Eagles doing a good job of really setting anything down their defensive half out towards the side. Flipping the field pretty quick as well. The rotations look solid. Pink Cattle Lantern again. Going to have an opportunity to send it forward instead. Leaves it back. Now getting out into the open field. It's Slippery Noodle. Passed off to Pink Cattle Lantern. Who's going to be able to bump a Badger off the back wall. Ball's in a precarious situation. Timmy flips it around. Hits him with a quick flip of the wrist as well. Look at Timmy sliding on in here. Whoop! Picks the pocket. Up and over the last. It's too easy. Eagles up by 2. Best of 5 action like we always do over here. Offense looking to cook. I mean, looking comfortable up in the sky. Something we see often from this squad, especially as the series persists. I mean, even there, Slippery Noodle stepping in, able to get the pinch, requires Raider to get the save. Goblamo says Fishy. But it's still Pink Cattle Lantern able to rise up to the sky. Keep pressure forward. Timmy's going to be able to find this save, looking to send it over towards the corner. Looking to find the relief valve as we are at right about a minute left to play in game number 1. 2-goal lead here for the Eagles. Pink Cattle Lantern up in the sky, winning the 50 as well. Be able to get the big boost. A lot of control of the field, but Raider flips the pitch here. Pass from Fishy. And all of a sudden, this lead has been cut in half. Timmy unable to find the connection. And Raider there to follow up. It's 2-1 now. Still got time here. If you're the Eagles, all you got to do is play keep away. But the Eagles can't just simply win a kickoff and call it at that. They've got to keep the pressure down here on this side of the net. Timmy follows it up. Shot's going to go wide. Slippery Noodle follows up with another shot as well. They continue to pepper the net. That's now 10 shots in the opening game here for the Eagles. Meanwhile, on the other side of the field, the Badgers have found just 4 shots. 12 seconds left to play. You figure a big clear here. All but seals the deal for the Eagles. Timmy on the 50, bump onto Raider. Pink Catalan going to be able to find it towards the sidewall, and that should just about do it. It's up in the sky. Once this ball touches down and finds the ground, it's going to be the Edgewood Eagles taking game number 1 against UW Madison. Good game. Again, even like earlier on when maybe the shots weren't necessarily getting registered by Edgewood, they were still doing a good job of keeping the possession and keeping the control down on that blue half of the field. Part of the reason that we did see the Badgers only able to find themselves 4 shots. Of course, Edgewood had a tough Monday when it came to Rocket League, so you would love to be able to find, since you're on a doubleheader today, you would love to be able to find yourself a quick dub here in series number 1. Set the tone early. Get yourself a nice little sweep moving forward, right? Because, yeah, even though it was just a 1-goal game, the eye tests showed us that the Eagles were flying high. They were able to control the ball quite well through the entirety of that 5 minutes. But the score is rolled back to 0. Game number 2. Let's get down to it. Would love to see the Eagles be able to find a relatively early goal. It is early pressure, however, on the opposite side of the field. The Badgers been down in this orange half pretty well off the draw. Slippery Noodle up in the sky, up over Fishy. It's left off for Pink Catalan. That sails high. Timmy was expecting that to go in, I think. Bailed away from the front of the net. Otherwise would have been able to find that rebound shot and bury it. Always seems like when the Eagles have the possession, there's intent, there's purpose with the touches. Right now, UW Madison, they're just trying to figure out how to find the clear. Then it's about how to try to keep the possession down here on this Eagles half because their defense has been stout. Pink Catalan already up in the sky on that one. Had a good beat on it. Pink Catalan going to remove Fishy. Makes it easy for Timmy, pops it up over Raider. It's going to be numbers here for the Eagles. Unfortunately, the ball just a little too far forward. Slippery Noodle has Tricky up in the sky. Under 1, Fishy going to be able to find the read. Here we are. Still 2 minutes almost gone by in game number 2. One lone shot has become more of a defensive standoff. We did kind of see that be a little bit more the case in the beginning of game number 1, and then eventually the Eagles started peppering the net. Might be the case here. It's Timmy with a shot. I think that was a triple commit, but nobody able to get an instant gather off the rebound. Still, it's pressure inside that Badger half. Timmy's going to be able to find the control. Past Raider, but does lose a handle on it. But it's still pressure here for the Eagles. Slippery Noodle, that's a center. I think was looking for Timmy. Timmy was just a step too far back. Otherwise would have had a wide open net opportunity. Fishy's going to be able to find the clear. Slippery Noodle passes it on back. And now it's a center pass. Fishy, first one up. Gets the read, going to be able to find the clear off that as well. Here in game 2, neither team really able to fully gather control, gather possession. In particular, when we talk about the offensive third, it's been more of a battle around the midfield line. That's a big pinch. Is that just in? That's just in. Unfortunate touch here as far as for the Eagles. Timmy was still up in the sky. Slippery Noodle was already contesting. Pink Cattle Lantern had the feeling, tries to retreat back, just can't find a way back in time. And the Badgers do have their first lead of the series. Oh, another unfortunate pinch here as well. What happened here? Let's watch this off the kickoff. Or off the replay. Oh, Raider, I think, was actually looking to send that more towards the corner, maybe try to gather it over there, and instead gets an unfortunate pinch, sends it towards the back of the net. And 2 very inopportune touches, and all of a sudden down by 2. Of course, there is still time, 100 seconds left to play here, but you would feel like if you're the Eagles, you would like to find one of those goals here soon. Slippery Noodle, that's going to sail wide. I think that would have been still just more on bar, but it's going to give a save over to Tricky here. And again, it's kind of been, even other than those 2 goals, if you really look at the pace of play here, in the second game, it's been so much around this midfield line. Whenever a team does happen to enter into like the actual attacking zone, the offensive third, the ball just gets too far ahead. It ends up onto the hood of a defensive player, and it starts going the opposite way with it. And with 35 seconds here left, the Eagles are running out of time, in particular being down by 2. Hold on. Thought might have been able to see that ball moving more towards the net. Pink Cattle Lantern going to turn on it. It's popped up, followed up with a second touch, but it's Fishy who wins the 50. Tricky wins that one as well. That's going to be a wide open net going the opposite way. And if it wasn't already over, that third goal most definitely seals the deal. Means we'll be going to game number 3 here. All tied up at 1. And while you could say that there were mistakes that led to goals in game number 2, honestly, really more unfortunate timing on a few touches than anything. Sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Timmy's going to at least make sure that the Badgers don't have the building point of saying they completed the clean sheet, as Timmy gets the filthy double tap here with zeros on the clock. But even when you look at the stats there in that last game, I mean, the Eagles out shooting the Badgers 6-4. Efficiency really being the key. And again, it was just kind of some missed opportune touches that ended up resulting in goals for the Badgers. I don't know if it was even really, if you could necessarily call them mistakes, you know? Got to make sure you've got that good, bad, short-term memory here. Put game number 2 behind you. This best of 5 has now officially become a best of 3 here. It's game 3. Whoever's able to walk away with the dub at the end of this next 5 minutes of Rocket League, are going to be able to put themselves onto series point. And after a rough Monday in WEC play, the Eagles would most definitely love to start off their doubleheader night tonight with a dub. Not only a dub, but at this point, you would probably like to avoid game number 5 as well. Especially since that game 5 is where both of those series ended on Monday. Kablamo says Slippery Noodle, then gets the pass, doing it all. Great field vision from Timmy. The alley, the oop, and it's going to be the Eagles with the lead. Just 37 seconds gone by in game 3. This would be the Badgers with possession off the kickoff, though. Pink Cat Lantern looking to chase this thing down. Remember, both of our games have been relatively low scoring. The defenses have really been what's mattered the most. And the Eagles have been looking good in that department. Tricky's up in the sky, off for Fishy. That's going to sail wide. Slippery Noodle going to have to look for the clear here. Instead, it's a back pass to Timmy. The give and go. That's going to help you find the clear. Fishy finds 2 demos, which means Slippery Noodle all alone on the offensive half. Pink Cat Lantern off of the respawn. That's a dangerous back pass, but as for now, going to be able to find its way back towards the midfield line. Nice bump to buy a little bit more space, delaying this counterattack opportunity here for the Badgers. Raider was looking for the pass to Fishy. No dice, no connection. Still able to keep the possession, though. Raider's going to be the last one that has to make it play here. Was the last line of defense. Passes it off to Fishy. And while it has been deep possessions onto either half of the field, it's still just one goal or one shot on either side of the field. Edgewood, of course, finding the 1 goal. There's going to be a second one, which gets a save as well. Slippery Noodle finds the kablooey. And it's an all-out aerial assault. Everyone taking to the sky here for the Eagles. Nice bump on the Raider as well. That's going to be a shot opportunity. No, instead sends it towards the corner. And while maybe not finding shots, it still is more pressure. Could potentially cause some holes in the defense. But as for now, the Badgers hold the line. Of course, the Eagles do still have the lead. They had that one from earlier. And their defense continues to look good as well. That's going to be another save. Slippery Noodle, open field. Not going to be able to find the net, but finds a pass to Timmy. And the Eagles going to go up by 2. Two 2-0 with 1 minute and 42 seconds left on the clock here in game number 3. As the Eagles look to put themselves on a series point. Raider not quite able to get the gather, but is able to get a second touch to pass upfield to Slippery Noodle. Slippery Noodle's going to be able to get the redirect. And that's a 3rd goal on just 3 shots, by the way. Eyes on the prize. And now with the lead, maybe even being able to find one more and continue to try and squeeze the life out of the opposition. And there it is, Slippery Noodle going to be able to find the hat trick. This time is the pass from Timmy, who has been the assister on every goal here from Slippery Noodle. The duo of Timmy and Slippery Noodle is on fire here in game number 4. At this point, you figure for the Badgers, they would just like to find themselves one. Maybe finding it here. No, it's going to be the MVP, the most valuable post coming into play. Clear down to the opposite side of the field as well. And it feels like with a 4-goal lead entering into the final minute of play into game number 3, it's just a matter of what the final score is going to be. And oh, what a clean sheet could do for the mental here. even if you don't find an additional goal. You could just end this thing at the 4. But now, most importantly, one thing that this Edgewood Eagle squad will know after Monday is they do not want to surrender a game number 4 after winning game number 3. They'll understand the importance. There is no letting the foot off the gas and saying, hey, we've got a security blanket. We want to try and finish our WEC session strong here, heading towards our regional land in just a couple of weeks. And now just one game away are the Edgewood Eagles. Pink Catalan are kind of quiet in game number 3 there. 1 save. Otherwise, I mean, still being able to apply pressure, but just not finding shots, assists, anything like that. It's going to be required for the Badgers here to go back-to-back if they're going to want to pull out a dub. In WEC action today, of course, mentioned it often, Edgewood would like one here as well. We've already got players getting ready to load back onto the field. They ain't even trying to wait out this full minute that you're allotted between games. They say, let's get back down on the field. Let's get down and do what it do, baby. Game number 4 for the Eagles. Potentially 5 minutes away from a dubski. Let's get it. Early shot from Fishy, going to be able to be saved, and now it's cleared down the other way. Slippery Noodle going to be able to find the angle as well. Ugh. Talk about being able to flip the pitch, flips to the script. Wow. 11 seconds in, you find a save. Then you're on a mission in transition. Now can you sustain? There's a chance here this ball is going to be floating in front of your net. Timmy's going to have to try and find the clear. Pass towards the middle. Raider's going to be able to win the 50 and buries it back down into this Eagles half. It's been a back and forth. Wouldn't expect it to be much different than what we've seen in the first 3 games. Tricky's going to be able to find the shot, and Slippery Noodle says, I can play D2. Finds the save, but we're still looking for the Eagles to find the clear. Are doing a good job of controlling the boost. Wait a minute, Timmy has a wide open net. Timmy was looking for the demo instead. Ends up disappearing into a puff of smoke. Eagles going to be able to eventually find the relief valve, and closing in on 90 seconds of play, 5 shots all together. 2 over on the side of the Badgers, 3 shots. Or I'm sorry, 3 shots on the side of the Badgers, 2 shots on the side of the Eagles. 3rd one coming across there, 4th as well. Both of them getting shut down. Timmy now taking off. Was looking for a gather just outside of the key. Unfortunately lost a handle on it. But still being able to keep pressure moving forward thanks to the defensive rotations. And being able to meet with resistance around the midfield line. Here is the Eagles. Past the Slippery Noodle. Fishy's going to be able to win the foot race to it. But the ball is still alive. Timmy in the corner, pass back to the middle. Slippery Noodle makes a play on it. Oh, Tricky able to turn on a dime, finds the save. Gonna be able to find the clear as well. Entering into half number 2 of game number 4. Potentially entering our last 2 minutes and 20 seconds of play. Pink Catalan are looking for the shot. That's gonna sail wide. But again, doing a great job controlling the boost, in particular when it comes to the big pads here, has been the Eagles. Making it hard for the Faster transitions here from the Badgers. Pink Cattle Lantern not going to be able to find that one, though. But it still just seems that the Eagles have been able to play a little faster tonight. Ironically enough, more in the sky. Who would have known that Badgers can't fly? It's gonna be a pass back to the middle. Timmy, can anybody find a second touch on that? Pink Cattle Lantern's gonna circle their way on back. Slippery Noodle already moved forward here off the sidewall. Hesitation to at least keep the possession. That's going to be a big clear. 80 seconds. Timmy gets one touch to send it up off the backboard. Pink Cattle Lantern going to get registered with a save. So Slippery Noodle here as well, but the follow-up from Raider finds the back of the net. And with 71 seconds left on the clock, we are all tied up. Feels like silver gold territory here. And you figure the pressure going to be felt by the Badgers, because if their defense lets it in, that just very well could be curtains. The Badgers do have the possession down here, though. Fishy's got the shot. Pink Cattle Lantern rises up, swats it aside, but still looking to find the clear. Ball's gonna get down onto that UW side, but not for long. Or maybe I'm mistaken. Pressure kept forward. 25 seconds. This could very well be your last chance at it in regulation here for the Eagles. It's passed to the middle. Slippery Noodle unable to win the foot race with Tricky. Now the ball all of a sudden going the opposite way. Pink Cattle Lantern misses off the back wall. Gonna be able to get the second time. Maybe one more try at it. Ball's up in the sky, right around the midfield line. Gonna get batted down, and off to overtime we go. One shot is all it takes for the Eagles to walk away with a dub in their first of two series on the evening. Timmy's going to send one player back to their spawn here off of the Camblamo. Of course, it gives them a little boost to work with. I believe you can make the save off of that. I don't know that's who did it there, but obviously you have the ability to. 30 seconds by. And down to the other side we go. Slippery Noodle pass to Timmy. That's going to be the end of the game right there. Slippery Noodle wins the 50, finding the pass as well. Sheesh, what a game. To round out our first series on the evening over here for the Edgewood Eagles, winning their first series 3-1, moves them up to 8-3 on the WEC season. It just felt like for the most of that game, even in the one game that they lost, again, right? Like the first two goals were like very weird pinches that ended up finding their way in the back of the net. And then there was the one goal after that where everyone was pushed forward. They had to be forward. They were trying to make kind of that last pressure to force overtime. And someone got caught with an open net, right? So other than the one loss, the Eagles looking good here. We'll see if they'll be able to carry that over into their second series of the evening. We're going to be switching over to some ECAC action. Rochester Institute of Technology here. That will also be some best of 5 action. That should be taking off here towards the top of the hour, so a little bit longer of a break. Maybe grab yourself a quick bite to eat, grab yourself a drink, but make sure you don't go anywhere too far. If it's your first time through over here on the channel, make sure you've hit that follow button down below. You've got those notifications on, so you can always make sure you're tuned in over here for some more Edgewood Eagle Esports. We'll be back with series number 2 of the day, our game against Rochester Institute of Technology, right after a break.
moment, my fate written, I'm chosen. Other spirits fall, but mine has ceased to be broken. You stripping down my pride, but time my only opponent. And lately I abide, but limitless I've awoken. So let me show you that everything I sacrificed mattered. All that blood, sweat, tears that I scattered. All that fake talk, fear that you splattered. Push me to right here, a new chapter.
Here, now, waiting for the flag to fall. Here, now, cutting through the rolling fog. You know you need it. It's so close, I feel it. Here, now, this is the moment.
One too many times, the shots that y'all are taking. One too many times that I've been stuck patient on my downfall. Antidote seeking while I was vacant, but the crown falls simply to those who try to take it. One shot to get two paid, and my three wet like lemonade. 4 times and I step back just to reload and I let it spray. This is everything that I need, everything that I wanted, everything that I bleed. This is victory and I got it, cause I'm
Here, now, waiting for the flag to fall.
waiting.
Here, now, cutting through the rolling fog. You know you need it. It's so close, I feel it. Here, now, this is the moment. by the shore. I'm holding on, diving into my ocean. Hear me cry, tears are falling from the sky. Don't give in, sometime we'll get up and fly. The waves come crashing down, stand up, don't fall and drown. There's takes is a moment. Is it fate that you came this far unbroken? If it's destiny, you wrote it. Focus, but you gotta be focused. Make or break, it's the last goodbye they remember you for. They're calling your name, go and take what's yours. Here, now, it's everything you've been dreaming about. There's a reason why you were chosen. This is your moment. Rise up, you give it all that you got and you rise up. All the stories that tell about the champion who came from the crown. Are you ready to carry it now? Going full speed, never stop, never quit. You're the only one you got to convince that nothing's too far out of your reach. 'Cause all you are is what you believe. Here, now, it's everything you've been dreaming about. There's a reason why you were chosen. This is your moment. You've seen me here before, above the mountain tops. With every step I take, I show the world what I got. I feel alive again. I feel like it's a new chance. From the wasteland, and I've got nowhere to be, so I'm waiting. I don't need a rush, I'm patient. However long it takes, I'll be there one day. Eternal, I'm alive and chasing whatever it is I'm facing. I can't walk away. There's so much left to say. Our story never has to end. Eternal, I'm alive again.
And let's get on down to it here. Series number 2 of the evening here over on the Edgewood College Esports Twitch channel. Appreciate y'all jumping back on board now for some ECAC action as the Eagles take on the Tigers of Rochester Institute of Technology. Both teams undefeated thus far in the ECAC season. Back in the same colors here as well. Edgewood in the orange, and you'll be seeing the Tigers out in the blue. One shot on either side in the opening 40 minutes of play here in this series. feel like game number 1 of this series is going to be rather important in a series where the two teams are so tightly contested. Would really like to be able to set the tone here early. That shot's going to go high from Yam. The Tigers have had a couple threatening opportunities. Nothing successful as of yet. Pink Catalan in a foot race with Sebward towards that ball. Sebward wins the 50, but left in a place where no one for the Tigers able to get to it. Timmy misses the save on that one. Might have actually gotten a touch on it. Want to see it back on the replay. No, just an unfortunate miss. And Yam with a beautiful double touch. Gotta hand it to him. As the Tigers gonna strike first. Here now you figure as far as for the side of the Eagles, I mean, we know that they're worn. They've looked good in that first series of the day. We know that they have the ability to come back. We've seen that as well. But again, this is a tough matchup here. I don't know if this is a series where you can wait until a final minute to come back, especially if it's multiple goals. Defense going to continue to hold the line for now. Got to find a way to get the release valve, though. Part of the reason they're sitting on just the one lone shot is they spend so much time down on this side of the field in the opening half of play. Anytime they do get the ball down to that opposite side of the field, we have been seeing the Tigers doing a fantastic job of restricting the amount of time that the Eagles can keep the possession. It's going to be Pink Catalan up in the sky. Sebward tries to meet him up in the air, unable to. But now Yam's going to be able to flip the field. That was a dangerous pinch there. I thought just for a moment was going to be one of those that we're going to have to reflect on, similarly to game 2 of that first series. One thing the Eagles can hang their hats on for now is, even though they have allowed the 1 goal, it's just been 4 shots. So their defense has also looked good, doing a good job of being able to send threats out towards the side of the pitch, not leaving things in front of the net, not leaving them in dangerous positions. They still have to find a way to jumpstart the offense down on that blue half of the field. Timmy looking for a pass over to the corner. Of course, naturally, just as Slippery Noodle gets by, big boost comes into play. Slippery Noodle now going to look to get past the defender. Has a wide open field. Just needs to keep the control. And there it is. The equalizer just before we enter into the final minute of play in game number 1. As Slippery Noodle goes coast to coast with it. Pink Catalan off the kickoff. Able to get the pressure here for the Eagles. But now that's going to be a big clear. Sebward going to be able to keep the control as well. Looking for a pass back to Sean, which does get shut down by Timmy. Going into 20 seconds left on the clock here. Back into the Eagles' half of play. They have been able to find a couple of shots. Hold on here. Timmy off to Pink Catalan. Oh, that touch. Just a little too much. Much too much. Down to the opposite side of the field. Slippery Noodle. This is going to be popped up into the sky. 0-second rule could be into play. Here we go, off to overtime. Kablamo says Pinkado Lantern. Good bump onto Timmy. Who was that, Sean? Good bump by Sean there. Otherwise, that would have been a phenomenal look for the Eagles. Gotta give credit where credit's due. It's game number 1. Timmy! Bang! Just like that. Back-to-back goals here for the Edgewood Eagles. Allows for them to walk away from game number 1 with a dub. Man, oh man. What a game. We'll have to look at the final stats here. Yeah. I mean, Edgewood technically getting outshot. 4 shots as opposed to the 7 that the Tigers from Rochester Institute of Technology were able to find. Well, the defense was the key component to the dub in game number 1. Of course, you know, easy to say that you only had 4 shots when as much time was being spent down in your defensive half as we did see for the Edgewood Eagles. Maybe find a way to limit the possession, give your offense more opportunities down the other side, and maybe they can open things up a little bit more. I can't sleep on this Rochester Institute of Technology. This is a squad that is undefeated thus far in ECAC, but 0's back on the scoreboard, 5 minutes back on the clock. Let's go ahead and get down to it. There it is, Slippery Noodle. Wow. Look at this read, able to get up on the side. Yeesh. 6 seconds into game number 2, the Eagles are going to take the lead. It's Pinkado Lantern up in the sky. Sean rises up for the 50 ball, dropped off for Slippery Noodle. Edgewood needed here, especially with the boost or the bump onto Timmy. Is that the angle? I thought Slippery Noodle found it. Pinkado Lantern almost follows it off the rebound here as well. Look at all of this pressure. Pass over to the side. Slippery Noodle already disengaged. Pass off to Pinkado Lantern. Can you keep the control? Looks for the dunk. Not going to be able to find it. It's Slippery Noodle. Double tap city. Not going to be able to connect. And in the opening minute of play here, the Eagles look good. They look comfortable, taking off to the sky, similarly to where we saw them being able to really dictate the pace against the Badgers. 6 shots in the opening minute of play here. Edgewood going to be able to read that shot, sends it down into the Eagle territory, though. Defensive rotations need to come in. Slippery Noodle finds the save. Timmy going to be able to find the clear? No. Instead, it's Yam who keeps it alive here for the Tigers. Right now for the Eagles, they've already got themselves a 1-goal lead, but not only that, they've been looking good. They've been controlling the pace. Here in game number 2, 1 lone shot for the Tigers. It's really been a flip of the script from what we had seen in game number 1, where it felt like the Tigers had a lot of the possession and the defense stood tall for the side of the Eagles. Double kablooey, but doesn't stop Sean here from pushing forward. It's a Rule 1. Off to a 2v2. Timmy flipping the field. Second touch sends it forward. Oh, and I'm not sure who broke the Rule 1, but that's how you get bad juju right there. First half gone by in game number 2, and it's just the 1 goal thus far. And as much as we did see the offense ramp up in the opening minute of play for the Eagles, where they had 6 shots, they've only been able to find 1 since then. Maybe here's another. That's going to be shot number 8, but it gets shut down by Edgewood. Edgewood now going to go the opposite way with it. Shots on target. Timmy finds the save. Timmy Pinkado Lantern should be up over Sean. Yam, I'm surprised, doesn't close the gap. Timmy looking for the shot. But it's Yam able to read it like the book. Finds the save. And now it's Pinkado Lantern. Pass one defender. It's a center from Yum, an unintended one. Almost able to make them pay. Now it's going the opposite way. Edgewood with the shot. Pink Cattle Lantern with the save. And now we're going the other way with it. The shot towards the net, not going to actually be registered because of where that ball landed, but it was at least forward and towards the net. Timmy has a shot here. Sean going to be able to find the save, sends it off the post, put it into a dangerous situation for just a second, but the defense has been continuing to stand tall for the Tigers. As far as the Eagles, your offense are doing a great job playing keep away. Here's a double tap from Yum. Oh no! I think this went off Timmy. Oh, that probably bounces and goes towards the front of the key. And instead, off the hood of Timmy, pushes it past the goal line. And we're all tied up at 1. Timmy with a chance of redemption. Up in the sky, looks for the bump. Not going to be able to find it. But the ball is still moved forward. There's Pink Cattle Lantern, a full gas tank. Unable to maintain the control. It's 40 seconds now. Edgewood had that one goal really early, and yeah, they've had some pressure. But pressure doesn't matter if the next goal matters and you ain't the one to find it. Slippery Noodle going to be able to find the save here, right side of the net. Timmy's also going to be able to find the clear as well, opposite side of the field. Timmy's up in the sky, keeping it alive here for the Eagles. Balls come down on the Eagles' half of the field. Timmy looking to just find a way to get this ball down on the ground. Wait, hold up. Slippery Noodle has it, takes off with it. Timmy with the shot. That's going to land just in front of the goal. Oh, no. Overtime we go. And now it's going to be Edgewood with the shot. Slippery Noodle's back in the spot here. Tries to jump up to flick it up off the backboard, but unfortunately the ball ends up landing more on the frontward side of his windshield, directing that ball more forward instead of up. Tough, man, tough. Even while out shooting the opposition, going to end up falling. This does become a best of 3. Of course, you know your boy Q, king of copium, some might say. We did lose game number 2 in series number 1 of the day. Ended up bouncing back, winning games 3 and 4, and ended up walking away with a dub in WEC play for the day. So maybe you can pull off the same thing here. There's one thing that we do know for sure. Both of our teams eager to move forward. No one wants to wait out the entirety of the full minute. Everyone's ready. Back out onto the field. Let's get back down to the pitch. One of these teams is one game away from being one game away. Who's going to put themselves on a series point at the end of 5 minutes of Rocket League? A lot of aggression coming out here early for the Eagles. Picking up the pace and bringing the pain with some early demos. However, they still haven't been able to find the clear. It's Edgewood taking to the sky. Timmy meets him there and beats him there. And while I may have shut down the shot, the ball only just now breaking into the blue half. It's Slippery Noodle with the control. Pink Cattle Lantern looking to help advance it out of the corner. This game does feel a little different. Almost feels as though the pressure has been back over onto that Rochester Institute of Technology offense. That they've been the one applying pressure over here onto the defense of the Eagles. Can't play with fire for too long. They have to find a way to starve it of oxygen. or try and pick up that fire and move it to the other half of the field. Because the opening 90 seconds of play has been spent quite a bit down here on this orange half. Oh, Slippery Noodles in gold doesn't have much boost. Gonna be able to find the save, but pays the price for it. Big clear gonna come across from Pink Cat Lantern. And it's looking a lot more like your pick-up ranked games right now. A lot of big touches on either side as they get deep into territory. Not a lot of offensive passing on either side. A little bit more so on the Eagles, though. I do have to give them credit. But even still, seeming to try and rely on the individual mechanics a little bit more. Timmy gonna look for a pass. I think was looking for Slippery Noodle. Realized Sebward was gonna win the foot race. Decided to retreat back to the defensive end. Oh, it's a dangerous spot for Sean. And yeah, wins the 50. And Slippery Noodle almost gets there. Oh man, if you needed an extra. If the goal was like at the back half of the goal, that would have been a save. A game of inches. Here in game number 3. Can they find an answer? Slippery Noodle gonna be able to do just that here off the kickoff. Ew. I see you, Slippery Noodle. Remember this game number 3 feels oh so important. And we are now all tied up. 2 minutes, 12 seconds left to play. Can the third goal of the game go in favor of the Eagles? Our games have been kind of low scoring-ish as well, so I think something to keep in mind is this next goal, even though there is, I mean, almost a full 100 seconds of play left at this point, could very well be the final goal, already in silver gold territory when you think about it that way. Oh, and there's a goal right there. That's just in by Yam. The Eagles get caught with their hands in the cookie jar. Pink Cat Lantern had gone towards the side. I think was hoping that there's going to be a big boost pad there. Puts him out of position as the Tigers take the lead. One of these two teams is going to see their undefeated season come to an end over here in ECAC play. This game number 3 is going to put one of these two teams on series point. The Eagles still looking for a way to tie things up here in this closing minute. Timmy, no. Sean finds the save. Sebward with the redirect around the midfield line as well. He's going to send this thing deep into the Eagles territory. An unfortunate miss there, which is going to allow for the pressure to still be kept by Rochester Institute of Technology. Sebward is going to go off the top post. Can't follow it up, and 30 seconds left to play. Slippery Noodle going to be able to find the clear here, or at least should be able to, just past the 50-yard line before it's Sebward rising up, gathers it, shots on target. Slippery Noodle finds the save. And it's 10 seconds left for the Eagles. They've got the numbers here if they can keep the control, but the ball gets out of way, gets ahead of them just a little too much. And once this ball touches the ground, the Tigers from Rochester Institute of Technology are going to put themselves on a series point. Up right now, 2-1. course, it is a best of 5. With it being a best of 7, I'm sorry. It's best of 7. I don't know why I was thinking best of 5 for WEC earlier. That's my fault. So with it being a best of 7, it's a longer series here. The second game, not as big of a deal, but it does put them halfway there. So it's not series points. That's my fault, chat. And it was another game where the offense was still able to find a decent amount of pressure, just wasn't able to get the rolls. Let's head off to game number 4, see if they have the ability to do so here. This is now the point where Rochester Institute of Technology could put themselves on a series point. Or we could turn this best of 7 that turned into a best of 5 and now try and turn it into a best of 3. But you need to win here. You cannot allow 3 chances at series point here for the Tigers. Pressure forward here now off the kickoff and pass to the middle. Slippery Noodle was looking for it, but gets beat to the ball. Yam looks for a shot. Timmy has a read on it, sends it towards the corner as well. Oh, it's on the hood of Timmy. Timmy, the flick of the wrist. Bar down. Starting things off on a good foot in game number 4 of the Eagles. Can they maybe find another nice little security blanket? Sure would be nice. Can't get ahead of ourselves just quite yet. It's got to start with a defensive stop here. Because the Tigers are looking to pounce. That was a nice pass there as well. Yam being able to hook up Sean. I feel like right now the Eagles could use a little bit more ball movement. Try and keep pressure in the offensive zone. We're seeing a lot of the taking to the sky, trying to go for the double taps, relying on the mechanics. And not that the mechanics aren't good. We do know that. We know that these players can play. But so can the 3 over on the blue half of the pitch as the Tigers going to find a second. Yam up in the sky. Plenty of time still left on the clock here. But again, we mentioned the importance. You cannot surrender back-to-back games. And give this Tiger squad 3 chances at series point. Timmy finds an equalizer. Nice job by Slippery Noodle to be able to keep the control, pass that thing over. Puts it right on the hood. Tied back up here now. 100 seconds gone by. This is another situation where you look at the amount of shots that are being recorded thus far by Edgewood. I mean, they're doing a good job of controlling pressure. But efficiency has been the key for the side of RIT. A nice pass to Sean. That shot's going to come high. Sebward looks to follow it up, but Pink Cat Lantern able to find the save here. As we do officially cross over into our second half of play into game number 4. Does feel like, despite the fact that the shots, I guess now at this point the shots kind of reflect to being 50-50. That's what I was actually going to say. Pink Cattle Lantern, though, finds a big booming shot from the top of their key. Yam tries to get over there, but can't. And now it's the Eagles in the driver's seat. Do you have the ability to bring this series back to a draw? Pink Cattle Lantern goes the distance in front of the net. Oh, man. The backpack to Timmy almost worked. Oh, hold on. It's going to be an open net opportunity. Never mind. Gathered control. That one touch towards the sidewall did wonders. But there's still pressure here alive for the Eagles. Sean's having to retreat back. Timmy in a foot race, and there it is. Extending the lead to 2 here in game number 4. And it's going to be a very quick response here, though, from Edgewood. Right off the kickoff. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, just cheating up. Going to be able to win the second touch. "74 seconds here left, though, and the Eagles do still have the lead. Can you close things out and send it to game number 5, all tied up? Nice save from Pink Cattle Lantern. That's another shot coming across. Not going to get recorded for a second save, but that was indeed going to go in if Pink Cattle Lantern wasn't there. Rocket League be Rocket League sometimes. Flick of the wrist. Timmy finds a save on the back half. And Edgewood still looks to find a relief valve. Try to find a way to break the 50-yard line. Put this ball deep down on the other half. That would be big time wasted. Timmy's going to take off. And here it is. Sends it into the corner. 20 seconds left. Yam going to look to flip the field with it. Tries to gather it. Oh, it's off the post. And now for the Eagles, you just have to find the clear. Get it down to the other side. And these last couple seconds, once they expire, let this ball hit the ground. As we go another round. We're all tied up at 2. Eagles that time doing a very good job of being able to keep the pressure forward. It was back and forth. I mean, 9 shots as opposed to the 11 this time from the Tigers. So ended up being outshot, but efficiency being the key. Whoever wins this next game here now. I know I was saying it earlier. That was my fault. I was mistaken. I was thinking we were still like in WEC where it was best of 5s. I forgot ECAC, best of 7 action. So let's get ready to get down to it. Game number 5. One of these 2 teams going to be able to put themselves on a series point. Pink Cattle Lantern here off the draw has a chance at a good shot. Does get shut down here by Sean, but I feel like that's one thing that has worked well for the Eagles is finding pressure on that first goal. It's going to be Pink Cattle Lantern here, though, off the sidewall. Looks for the control. That's going to be a beautiful pass, but Yam reads it like a book, rises up off the backboard, and now it's a clear goal on the other way. has been very back and forth here in game number 5. 2 shots on either side. Both shots for the Eagles have been recorded by Timmy. Is that just in? Bang! That's just in. Pink Cat-O-Lantern. From deep. Really, I think Moore was just looking for the clear, but everyone caught forward. Ball ends up bouncing, finds its way across the goal line, and 1 minute into game number 5, and the Eagles have the lead. Timmy looking to maybe find themselves a quick second here. And the help of Pink Cat-O-Lantern with the shot. Now Pink Cat-O-Lantern in the corner, going to keep the pressure here as well. I feel like here for the Eagles, the longer you can hold this team with limited shots, they're still sitting on just the 2. Make that 3 here now as Edgewood finds one. But make them feel the pressure. As we're talking about pressure, though, it is pressure from the offense. Here, though, for the Tigers, going to be able to find the shot right from the top of the key there. We're all tied up at 1. Slippery noodle, though, up to the sky here, and as far as for now, I mean, you figure we're entering into second half of game number 5. When you look at the stats, I mean, 4 shots on the side of the Tigers, 5 here thus far for the Eagle. There's going to be a 5th for the Tigers there, but the one thing that worries me so thus far about the offensive production for the Eagles is 4 of the shots have all come from Pink Cat-O-Lantern. Timmy does have the 1 lone assist, has a save as well. But has yet to find a shot, and we're almost 3 minutes gone by. That's going to be a big booming clear. Yam going to be able to get the control, finds its way across the net. And now it's going to be the Eagles who have to find a way to equalize. Two minutes left. The Eagles, oh, hold on, slippery noodle, double tap. They had a teammate there on the cross, might have been able to touch it home. Hold on, Pink Cat-O-Lantern keeps it alive in the offensive half. And slowly walking down the field here. Maybe have a chance at it. But instead, Edgewood. Quick turnaround. Wins the 50. And the Eagles now going to be down by 200 seconds left in game number 5 here. You feel like you would like to find the first of the 2 goals left that are needed for the comeback before you enter into that final minute of play. There just hasn't been much as far as on the offensive side to really get cooking here. It's been a real battle around the midfield line, which has been working out in favor of the Tigers. I thought maybe we're going to have a chance there with the Eagles. But instead now, time is running low. It's 40 seconds left. It has to be a goal, it feels like, on this trip. What? I think Yam, as confused as everyone else, My pink Catalan almost going forward too much on that ball. Wasn't able to get the read. Wasn't able to jump up in time. 33 seconds left on the clock. And the Eagles pulling off here. They have the possession. But Sebward's going to be able to find a double demo. Off the respawn, though. Nice save and clear from Slippery. Hold on. Now it's going down to the opposite side. Pincato Leonard looking to keep the control. Hold on, Timmy. Oh, couldn't quite get the two-tap. The double touch, not quite able to come through. Rule 0 here. Oh, I thought that shot was going to find its way. Up in the sky is Timmy. But eventually the Tigers find a way to get this ball down to the ground, putting themselves on a series point. See, even Yam over there thought it was best of 5. Don't blame me, chat. Simple mistake. But even that game, the shot counter, technically one higher for the Eagles. I mean, they've been giving themselves chances. It's just the defense for Rochester instituted technology, proving why the Tigers are currently undefeated in ECAC play. We have been going back and forth here. Eagles could very well walk away from game number 6 with a dub. Force this thing into one final game. The bad news for the Eagles in game number 6, they can't win this series here, but they can most definitely lose it. So let's get down to it. See if the Eagles have the ability to send us to an electric game number 7 to end out our night on the Edgewood Esports channel over here on Twitch. For some Rocket League action. You feel like first strike here would be so crucial. It feels like, I don't know the exact stat on who scored first as far as who's won, but it feels like the team that has scored first has generally been the one that's won in this series. Oh, and it's going to be Sebward who picks it up around the midfield line. Unfortunate miss from Timmy. Slippery Noodle tries to get there, just no boosto. Still a lot of Rocket League to be played, though. 4 minutes and 9 seconds left. It's been so back and forth in this series thus far. You can only imagine that the players are feeling it right now. Nice shot coming across from Slippery Noodle. And what an even better save, if we're being honest, from Sebward. That was a rocket of a shot. Sean's going to be able to follow it up. Slippery Noodle, an unfortunate miss. And he even saw there. Just ends up sitting there and watching it afterwards. We've all been there. The question becomes for Slippery Noodle and the rest of the Eagles. Can you just let that mistake be just that mistake? Or does the pressure and frustration allow that to trickle over? It's a must-win game here for the Eagles. Left off here. And Catalan is going to be able to at least keep the control. Again, where Pink Catalan has been doing a great job all night on individual plays, being able to move in and buy room for the rest of the squad. But like quite often in the night, as much as they have been able to buy space, the results haven't quite been there. There have been times that they've been there, obviously walking with a dub in series number 1. But in this second series here, against Rochester Institute of Technology, it's been a little bit different of a story. Been really back and forth. At times, though, it does feel like the pressure for the Tigers is almost unrelenting. And now it's 2 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock. Here for the Eagles, you need at least 2. But can you find it? Again, similar to last game, you would really like to find the first before entering into the final minute of play. Especially because I'm not sure that it's just going to be a 2-goal ending over on the Rochester Institute of Technology side either. The Tigers still might be able to find one more. Here's Timmy, though, deep inside the offensive half. But no dice. Oh, here's Yam trying to get fancy with it, read by Timmy. But Timmy was backing up into it, which meant not able to really garner the control. Slippery Noodle, though, eventually going to be able to field it. Not quite able to keep the control for the pass. Instead, it's actually now going the opposite way. And we enter into what could very well be the final minute of play here in game number 6. It could be the final minute of play for the evening unless the Eagles are able to find a way to find 2 goals. And then one more for good measures in overtime. Each of these big clears, though, of course, wasting 5, 6, 8 seconds at a time, which is so costly. We're now officially at the 10-second rule point. And even with that, you're running out of time. And it feels like now the time has completely run dry. Even if you score here, you're not going to even get another kickoff. It was close. It was a battle of unbeatens. We figured this was going to go 6 or 7, but it will only go 6 as the Tigers are able to walk away with a 4-2 series victory. Man, that last series here tonight, y'all. Whew, there's a reason both these teams were unbeaten. You could see it there today, man. A lot of back and forth. The shot counter, most games, very, very close. Goals, pretty well close in all of our games as well. What a night. What a night. If it's your first time through hanging out with us over here on the Edgewood College Esports Twitch channel, do me a favor, man. Make sure y'all are hitting that follow button down below and turning those notifications on. Make sure you guys are keeping locked in. That way you can see when we are live for more esports, whether it's later this week or even moving forward, obviously, as well, spring and everything coming up thereafter, right? But we appreciate y'all hanging out for the doubleheader tonight. WEC walked away with a dub. Tough 4-2 loss in ECAC action. But, of course, we're not done with either of those. We've, of course, also going to be hosting the LAN regional portion for WEC here in a couple weeks. So make sure you guys are keeping an eye out for information on that if y'all are wanting to participate and come out and cheer on the squad. Till we catch y'all back here, though, for some more esports action, man, I need y'all to do me a favor. Remember that with everything crazy going on in the world today, be true, be you, be sincere, game hard and love hard. All right, y'all? It's your boy Q. Signing out.